Now Nate Jones not only does Nate Jones solo acoustic guitar, he does a thing. What's the name of that? TV Grand Event in Trenton. You do Thursday nights over there, right?
Yep.
Not only does he do the solo live and is he a star of the Nothing But Music movie, he also plays with a band. We call it a trio or just call it a band?
We'll call it a band.
A band because there's two guys and a girl in the band. What's the name of that band, Eric?
Athens Creek.
It's a good thing you knew the name, right?
Yeah.
So what was it? Athens Creek. There's an Athens Creek Facebook page, so we can all click and like and we'll be socially connected. Athens Creek played at the Spring Fling this spring, just a few weeks ago at Yak Arena. We had good times indeed watching Athens Creek. All right, we got Nate pretty much tuned up. Nate, you're gonna do like
Hopefully it stays in.
you're gonna do like the young rock star stand-up,
Oh, yeah.
or you're gonna sit down.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock star it
All
up.
right, we're gonna give you that microphone,
Alright.
and we're gonna get out of your way. You get anywhere where you're comfortable. Now,
Thanks, boys.
Now, Eric, when's the last time you wore red shoes? You know, you tell a lot of
I gotta say that's pretty stylish.
you tell a lot about a guy by his shoes. Eric has comfortable shoes on. I got Walmart cheap shoes on. And Nate has fancy red shoes.
I got these shoes for $2.50.
Oh, so tell me that.
For real, yep.
Oh.
Yep, it was a Route 21 sale, and I went in there and I was
Man, are you
like,
the
it was their
man?
$5 rack. They have a $5 shoe rack, and it was half off the $5 shoe
Oh,
rack. So,
why did you call me? Well, now you have my number. Next time you call me.
well, weird thing is that a year ago I couldn't wear them because my feet were too big.
Wow.
So my feet have shrunk in a year. I don't know what that means, but I don't
Doesn't-
know if that's a good. I don't know if that's a good
Are you
sign.
getting skinnier or something? Are you getting rock star?
My feet are apparently.
Incredible. All right, one of my big pet peeves in rock and roll is people say, boy, I heard this guitar player the other night, he was great, or I heard this band the other night, they were really good. And I'll say, what was the name of them? I don't know, but they were really good. So the idea is when you hear somebody, if you like them, you try to remember their name. If you were smart, Nate, like on my guitar says Benny, and just you put Nate Jones. Say it somewhere? Okay, there you go, Nate Jones, so that makes it easier for them to see so they can remember, because I want them to remember your name. Give him a round of applause, make him feel special. He's going to get 2 or 3 songs in and then we'll get moving, right? Give him a big round of applause. Nate Jones, Nate Jones!
Thanks a lot, guys. So I know you haven't heard the music yet, unless you've heard of what I do, but if you want to find out more about what I'm doing, I actually have an email sign-up list over there. I just send out like a once-a-month email, let you know where I'm playing at in the area and all that kind of stuff. So if you are interested in finding more about that, I'm gonna play a couple original tunes here. I'm gonna start it off with this one. It's kind of a Cinderella story. I was at a ballroom dancing class with my sister and my wife, and I watched my sister as she danced around out there, and she was looking all beautiful and blonde, and I was just like, you know, I kind of just had this image of Cinderella dancing out there solo alone, and then joining her prince, and so I wrote this song with that in mind. This song's called Blonde in the Ballroom. She's dancing in the ballroom like no one's around. Dancing in the ballroom, her head's in the clouds, feet on the ground. The most elegant gown, time it doesn't matter. She's nowhere bound. All the boys are cutting in and feeding her lines. She's heard them all before, but she doesn't mind. She's waiting on the one who don't have to make a sound. He'll take her in his arms, her prince shall have found. She's dancing in the ballroom like no one's around. Dancing in the ballroom, her head's in the clouds, feet on the ground, the most elegant gown. Time it doesn't matter, she's nowhere bound. He's standing in the background just trying to keep a beat. It's kinda hard to dance with 2 left feet. Would she even dance with a guy like me? Sweaty palms and all, he steps out to sing. He reaches out, she takes his hand. The song begins as they step in. More perfect pictures, never been just lovers on a blank canvas. They're dancing in the ballroom like no one's around. They're dancing in the ballroom, their heads in the clouds, feet on the ground, so tired and gone. Time, it doesn't matter, they're somewhere bound. They're dancing in the ballroom like no one's around. They're dancing in the ballroom, their heads in the clouds, feet on the ground, so tired and gone. Time, it doesn't matter, they're somewhere bound. So I released an EP back in January. It's the first album that I've done on my own that actually sounded good. Most of my other stuff before I was like really unimpressed with. You know, there was like a garbly noise in the background and it just wasn't good. So I got to release a pretty well recorded EP. It's called Testing the Waters. But a big part about my album is just, I guess, paying homage to the people that have come before me. You know, the songwriters that I listened to growing up, like John Denver and all of them. I can't even name all of them. But all the guys that I grew up listening to. But I also wanted to give a little recognition to the state that I live in. Like, I feel like we're kind of one of the only ones that get to experience all 4 seasons in their purity. And a lot of people don't recognize that. So kind of had a little bit of pure Michigan theme to the album. But this song's called Autumn Road. It's one of my favorite seasons, fall. And this song just kind of takes me to that moment when you're just able to put on a sweater. Let's get along, just me and you. Let's take a walk under the moon. I'll hold your hand, keep you warm. I'll start a song, you'll sing along, and we'll walk this autumn leaf-covered road. We'll walk until our toes get cold. Then we'll go back to my place, or your place in canvas. Lay beneath blankets, we'll fall asleep there tonight. So just close your eyes, and I'll be here when they open. And just one more time, kiss me before you say goodnight. Girl, I know your hand, keep you warm. I'll start a song, we'll sing along and we'll walk this autumn leaf-covered road. We'll walk until our toes get cold. That one's called Autumn Road. That is the featured track on the album. I actually have the album here. If you're a CD person, it's over there. If you're a Spotify person, you can download it for free and just check it out on Spotify or Apple Music or anything like that. It's normally $7, but you guys already paid to get in here today, so it's going to be down to $5. If you guys want to buy the CD, just throw a $5 bill in that, and you can take it home. This song, everybody tells me sounds like sitting on the dock of the bay when it starts, and it's funny that you don't even think about the influences that are in your songs as you're writing them. But I woke up one morning and found out that a news reporter in Virginia was shot, along with her cameraman, and it was like the last thing that just infuriated me. I was just so upset with our society, so upset with culture. And I was trying to find someone to blame. So I looked to the past, actually, and realized that we're pretty close to another society that eventually crumbled on itself. The Roman society was one of the greatest societies that ever existed, but they couldn't figure out how to be civilized amongst themselves, and it eventually destroyed their nation. So I wrote this song hoping that it didn't happen to us here as Americans. It's called Good Morning Rome. Good morning Rome, can't say I'm glad to see you. I thought you were dead, but now I can see you were just sleeping there in my bed. Good morning, Rome. Good morning, Rome. So who you gonna take today? Who you gonna take tomorrow? All in the name of king and country. How you gonna vote today? How you gonna vote tomorrow? Do we get thumbs up or down? Say, good morning, Rome. Can't say I'm glad to see you. I thought you were dead, but now I can see you were just sleeping there in my bed. Good morning, Rome. Citizens have got the right to know just whose pocket's gonna grow as they fight for bread and water. You gave us violence and sexuality, and we just like to share it on all of our screens. As your clenching hand gets stronger. Good morning, Rome. Can't say I'm glad to see you. I thought you were dead, but now I can see you were just sleeping there in my bed. And I can see you falling apart from the inside. I guess it starts with me. And I can see you crumbling from the inside. And as history repeats, goodbye Rome. Can't say I'm sad to see you go. You may not be dead, but I hope you see it's not here that you can lay your head. So goodbye Rome. Thanks for listening, guys. We're gonna get moving here. Again, if you want to find out where I play, I have an email list. Put your email on, I'll send you where I'm playing at. Thank you.
Yay!
All right.
I'll talk to Nate just for a second while they get the buttons pushed on the movie. Nate, why don't you hold that guitar up for everybody? I know I do this to you every time we get together because it's a weird guitar, isn't it?
It is.
It's a beautiful guitar.
It's a strange guitar.
It sounds good. It's a strong, solid sounding guitar, but it's almost every guitar in the world's got a hole in the center, or what they call F-holes on each side. This has neither. It's a new thought of guitar?
Yeah, so it's a branding strategy, I think. I don't know how old the patent is on the idea. But this is a Boulder Creek guitar. So you're familiar with like Taylor and
Boulder
Martin?
Creek.
Yep, and this one's called a Boulder Creek. They've been around for about 10, 12 years or so. But their whole idea was that if you take the sound hole and move it to the side, that you actually get a consistency in the top of the guitar, so it prevents warping and like any other issues that guitarists know happen, bridge pulling and those kinds of things. So they put 2 aluminum rods inside here, and that helps carry the vibration as well.
And it's a good-looking guitar. It's got a great sound, and they showed that guitar in the movie, right?
I do believe
you
so.
had that in the movie.
Yeah.
You need to be calling this. What's the name of the company again?
So this is Boulder Creek.
Boulder Creek. You need to be calling this Boulder Creek and tell them you're making this guitar famous. You're playing live. It's in movies. They should be giving you these guitars for free.
So my wife was a little jealous when I brought it home because I told her it was my new favorite blonde.
You know, Bob Seger doesn't pay anything for any of his guitars. They're all free. They just give them to him. When you're a big famous star, they give you guitars. When you're way down the ladder,
You gotta pay all that money when you're on the bottom.
you're taking all your tip jars and you're pulling it together and borrowing money from your dad and somebody else to buy one guitar. When you get to be a big star, they just give them.